Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This last week I've been playing a game called Marauders. It's a sci-fi survival first-person shooter set in the 1990s. It's the kind of game where you go in, you loot things, and if you die, you lose all that loot. But if you get out, you leave with your riches and you're able to expand your inventory and move forward and adventure further. Currently, the game is in open beta and will be ending on June 26th, so right when this video comes out, the beta will be closed. But they do promise that the game will be released sometime soon after that, so keep an eye out for that. I did not want to do a generic review for this game simply because it's only been in beta for 5 days and it didn't really seem reasonable to give a review to a work in progress like this. It is still early in development, even though they do promise that it will be out soon. But there are some major changes I do want to see made to the game to make it stand out that much more from the crowd and kind of elevate it to a higher level. In this video, I do want to discuss a couple of those things, go over the systems I want to see improved upon, something that can make this game stand out from Escape from Tarkov or Hunt Showdown. Yeah, and really just help it stand out on its own and carve its own place in this genre's history. So the first thing I want to talk about is ships and ship combat. Within Marauders, you do man your own spacecraft. You also are able to fight other people's spacecrafts, board their ships, steal their stuff, steal their ship, and extract and escape with that. What I do want to see improved upon here is kind of customization around the ships themselves. There are ships you can craft, which is fine, but I would like to see a ship progression path where you're able to customize colors. You can give your ship a flag, you can give your ship a name, you can change the bunks, the quarters where people sleep. You can add like a mess hall, you can customize the inside of your ship. It would give that feeling of losing your ship that much more weight and that much more power behind it. Currently, if you lose your ship, you just craft a new one, or you use the default beater that they give you at the beginning of the game. But I do want to see that experience, expanded upon. I want to feel for my ship. I want to be mad if I lose my ship. I want to be frustrated that some pirate stole my ship from me. I want to steal someone else's ship and feel awesome that I have their ship. I see all the stuff they've customized. Maybe we're able to have AI crews, just something to bring the ship alive and make it feel like a character within the game, because currently it just feels like a vessel to get you from point A to point B, and you can shoot a couple things on the way. In a similar vein with the ships, I do want to see a forced first-person perspective on the ship itself. Currently we get a third-person view with the ship, and it lets us see all of space. It shows us all of the asteroids, it shows us all of the satellites, it shows us all the ships, and then everyone just starts beaming on each other and blowing each other's ships up. I would rather see a forced first-person perspective on the ship, something similar to Star Citizen. Obviously not as in-depth as that, but something similar to Star Citizen where we have to rely on a radar. We have our crew buddy using the binoculars. It's kind of like a submarine in space, telling us where to go. That would be fantastic. Give us a compass at the top of our screen so we can let players know, let our friends know where we're going or what we see, because currently there is no compass in the game at all. So ship travel is just very generic. It's just point A to point B. Once you're at point B, loot things and then go from point B to point A and leave. So I would really love to see that expanded upon, because ship combat can be something that can make this game stand out. The second thing I do want to see improved upon, and it is a major one, is the loot. Games like Escape from Tarkov and The Cycle live and die by their loot, and currently the loot progression in Marauders is a bit dry. All of your spoils that you get from your raids are crafting materials that you use to craft guns, craft ammunition, to craft your ships, to craft bags, and that's fantastic. I love the crafting system in this game, and I love how streamlined everything is. However, I would like to see loot that expands further than the crafting, because currently as it stands, everything feels like common or uncommon quality. Nothing feels rare, nothing feels sought after. I'm not like, I don't pick up a key card and say like, oh my god, I found a labs key card, I can sell this, or I can go to labs and get a bunch of loot. It's just, oh, I found some more wires, so I can make that gun that I wanted to use, or like, oh, I found some cloth, so I can make a backpack. I would love to see a rarity system added to the loot, and just overall just improve the loot progression as a whole. I don't know if it's because we're in beta currently, but everyone seemed to reach the max level gear or high tier gear, maybe not the max level, but the high tier gear within 2 or 3 days. And if that's the case, when this game comes out, it's going to just burn bright and just fade away, because there doesn't seem to be a long progression loop here. A game like Tarkov, we grind through the levels to get Kappa, which is fine, but you don't even get the high tier gear until you're 20, 25, 26, and that takes you hours and hours and hours and hours before you get there. There are some players that can obviously get there faster than others, but for the average player, you're not getting there for a couple weeks. So I would like to see them revamp the loot progression system, because as it stands right now, it's kind of boring, and it does need a revamp. In a similar vein, the levels themselves feel like they're void of loot for the most part. You get cardboard boxes, you have some bodies you can loot, but it's very bare bones. You're not going through drawer, go through this room, go to this office. You're just like walking around and looting cardboard boxes for the most part. So I would like to see that expanded upon, because right now it does feel very basic. And just looking at the loot progression and what kind of loot is in the game, we do feel like we're a couple years out from a release date, but from what I hear, we're getting a release date a lot sooner than that. So hopefully this is something that's on their radar and something they've already been working to change, because if not, I don't know if they're going to be able to stand out and keep up with the juggernauts in the genre. Now, I know I said originally I was going to do like a top 5 list here, but I think I'm going to mix these two into one, because they do kind of go hand in hand. I want space to feel more alive and interesting. I want it to be explorable. I want to be able to go to an asteroid off the beaten path and maybe get some ore from there. I want to have unique timed events. So maybe there's a convoy that only spawns once in a while, and you can escort them for a key or a ship or a special loot, and other players can interrupt your quest and stop you from escorting that convoy to safety. I would like to see like unique events throughout space and the raids as a whole. So I want a reason to be outside of the raid and exploring. As it stands, the outside of the raid is more of just a team deathmatch where everyone just kind of gets together and shoots each other's ships, and if you get inside the raid, you're safe. If you don't, you better be able to take down some ships and board them. And I won't lie, that is very fun. Like, boarding other ships and stealing ships is a lot of fun, but once you've done that a half dozen times, it does kind of get old. So it would be nice to have some PvE events built in to space itself, so that we kind of have a reason to explore. You know, just different outposts would be nice, a bigger experience as a whole, because that is it's beautiful out there, and I would love to spend more time in space. So this is what I think Marauders can do to make itself stand out and improve upon the game as a whole. If you're playing Marauders, let me know what you think the game can improve upon in the comments. Let me know what you love, let me know what you hate, let me know if you're playing, or let me know if you're excited. You know, just comment below and we can talk about it. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and follow my Twitch channel, which is in the comments as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.